Hey everyone, so I wanted to film a really quick update. I apologize if the fan in the background is loud. It's just really hot here and I don't have central air and air conditioning in my bedroom, so if I don't have it on, I'll sweat to death. So that's what the reasoning is for the Beyonce hair blowing I got going and the frizz. Anyway, I'm still here. I am still recovering from my nasal spray setback. I filmed a video 2 weeks ago about that. I was taking a nasal spray for my sinuses that I didn't even realize or think about that it had a steroid in it, and steroids tend to have a lot of side effects, and I had researched the side effects before, and of course the mainstream websites didn't mention central nervous system effects. And then after I had already been reacting to it, I looked at the patient reviews, which I recommend always doing first. And I mean, it was just comment after comment of central nervous system effects. And these are not from people presumably in the drug damage community. This is just the general public. So I don't think it's a far stretch that I had a pretty bad reaction to it, but it was a delayed reaction. And I wanted to comment too that I've had people say to me, I wouldn't consider you a success story, but if you would have known me 2 years ago, I was bedridden, housebound. I was sleeping with my mom at age 38, if I could sleep at all. I was, having cortisol rushes constantly, feelings of a bomb going off in my head when I would try to sleep or relax, 24/7 panic attacks. Just the most extreme mental symptoms that I've talked about over and over again. Akathisia, doom, DPDR. I had just a huge laundry list of symptoms that I have talked about in other videos, and I wasn't working, I was on disability, and now, I'm back to working part-time. I'm a full-time mom. I am fully functional in the sense that I run my own errands, buy my own groceries, pay my own bills, and I would say that's a pretty big success. And if you would have talked to me a month ago before I took the spray, I was feeling back to normal most of the time. So I would say that's a success story. And honestly, setbacks are a part of healing. They're a part of every healing journey. And I'm not talking just about this community. I'm talking about whatever you're going through in life. Setbacks are part of the process. Most healings from things are not linear. So I don't think that it's, okay, well, that means you're not a success story. It's just part of the journey. And I've been in this journey for so long that I've learned the patterns. I know the patterns well. And it's just part of it. We don't live in a bubble. We don't live in a vacuum. Exposure to things that are going to set you back is going to happen. And I'm not saying that as a doom message. I'm saying that that's the reality of it, and to expect it and know that that doesn't mean that, oh, you're never going to get well. It's not the truth. I've had multiple setbacks, and yet I'm living a full life. I'm functional, and yeah. And also last week I got hit with the worst stomach flu that I've had since 2014. I couldn't hold anything down. I was in bed 24/7 except to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes. I was unable to care for my child. My mom had to take care of her. I had fever. I had, of course, the stomach, running to the bathroom all the time. I had widespread body pain. I had a migraine. I was just so fatigued. And it lasted a week. Now keep in mind, I am a type 1 diabetic, which is the autoimmune diabetes, and infections and all those things tend to hit me harder than normal people or healthier people. So I was sick for a long time. That's why I haven't been around. That's why I haven't been filming anything. And truthfully, I feel not sick at all anymore, but I'm still tired. I feel like my body is still building that strength back up and getting back to the energy levels I had before. So I haven't disappeared. I just was taken out by a flu bug, whether it was norovirus, rotavirus. I don't know what it was. I didn't actually go and see a doctor about it, but it was bad. And at one point I was very tempted to go to the hospital, which is such a dilemma for people like us, because again, I was losing so much fluid, and that can be dangerous for a diabetic like me. So I'm always weighing, the risk benefit. But logically I was thinking, if I do go in, what will they do for me? Chances are they're going to be giving me some type of antiemetic, which could include all of those drugs that are known to cause or exacerbate akathisia, like Reglan, like Compazine. And so I just didn't want to risk that. And I know that I can refuse those meds, but that's probably all they would have been able to offer me. So I chose not to go. I was very carefully monitoring my diabetes at home, my ketone levels. So things turned out okay, but it always gets scary when that happens. And if you've been following my journey, I still am not, even 30 months off benzos and antidepressants, am not able to take meds of any kind. I can't take over-the-counter stuff. I reacted to a nasal spray with corticosteroids. I react to Tylenol. And again, that might not sound like a success story, but I used to have way more sensitivities to chemicals, cleaners, artificial sweeteners, caffeine, you name it. Like, that's why I was not functional or able to work. I mean, that's part of the reason. And those don't affect me anymore, really. So, I mean, I've come a long way, and I'm still feel like I'm very slowly recovering from the steroids. I know that they can really do a number on people like us, and so I have been feeling those effects. But I'm trying to just stay off the internet, stop reading the horror stories, do the things that I've done so many times over to recover from setbacks. And there's not one thing that will speed it up, but there's small things that I find helpful, that are helpful for me, that have a cumulative effect, and will have me getting back to a baseline and at least be somewhat comfortable in the process. So that's where I've been, sick and focusing on getting better from my stomach bug. And I don't really feel like that hugely exacerbated my symptoms. I do still feel that the uptick is from the nasal spray, and I've read stories of people in these communities with the same story: ear sprays, nose sprays, things with steroids in them, not good. So note taken, Melissa, don't do that again in the future. So anyway, I hope you all are doing well. I plan to make some more of my regular style videos soon once I'm feeling a little bit stronger. I do still plan on doing a live. I will give you guys a heads up, about a week in advance warning, when I will film a live video, and then you can just ask me any questions you have. I also am going to be on Angie Peacock's channel, so she is interviewing me August 18th, and then we'll be posting on her channel that interview sometime after that. So be on the watch for that, and it won't be on my channel, it will be on hers. So I know most people are familiar with her in this community, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Take care.